Hello, and thanks for joining me at IT Homelab Online. In this video, we're going to install Hermes Agent on an Ubuntu virtual machine running on Proxmox and connect it to a free cloud model so we have a fully capable autonomous AI agent running in our home lab. By the end, you'll have an agent that can execute multi-step tasks, browse the web, run terminal commands, and remember things about you across sessions. And we'll have it all connected to Telegram so you can give it tasks directly from your phone. I'm running this on my Dell Latitude 5411 Proxmox server with 32 gigs of RAM on a Ubuntu virtual machine. Now, let's get started. Before we dive in, it's worth spending a minute on what Hermes actually is, because it's a bit different to the chat style tools that most people think of when they hear AI. Hermes Agent is an open source project from Nous Research, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's not a chatbot in the traditional sense. It's an autonomous agent, which means it runs as a persistent process and can carry out multi-step tasks on your behalf. Things like browsing the web, reading and writing files, running terminal commands, scheduling recurring automations. It also has a persistent memory system, so over time it learns your preferences and applies them without having to repeat yourself. In this video, we're going to connect Hermes to a free tiered model via the Nous portal. This means no local GPU required, no subscription fee, and its setup works on any hardware that you can run Ubuntu VM. The first thing we'll need to do is spin up an Ubuntu VM. So we'll go to our Proxmox server, and I'm going to clone my template that I created in my previous video. And call it Hermes. Okay, now I'm going to just have a quick look at the hardware that I've got set up on it. I know that I've got a little bit of extra memory available, so I'm going to edit this. And set that to 8 gig. 4 CPUs will be fine. Okay. So now I'm going to start it up. And connect to the console. Okay. Sign in. Okay. So first thing I need to do is find out my IP address, which I can see here. Now that means that I'll be able to SSH into that IP address. Just makes it a little bit easier to set everything up. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is install Hermes. Now I'll do that by getting the command from their website. And I'll select the macOS Linux, copy this command here, paste it in there. Now this will download everything that you need and go into a setup wizard. So the first question that you're going to be asked is whether you want to install ripgrep for faster file search and FFmpeg for TTS, so text-to-speech voice messages. So we're going to answer yes or default enter on that one. Need our sudo password. While that's doing that, I'm going to install Telegram, just because, again, it's easier to use it on the laptop. If you're not familiar with Telegram, it's another messaging app, but it strongly promotes using itself for bots, so you can communicate back to different systems. Okay. This is still installing, we can see. And now it's starting the setup, was it? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through with the quick setup. And we need to register. So what we'll have to do is copy this here. So this is why I've done it in the in a terminal session. So you can select it by dragging, holding your mouse down and dragging it over, and then right click to copy. Tab, paste it in there. And now we have to choose a plan. So I'm going to go with the free plan. I'm going to use my Google account to connect. Okay. We're all set there. Come back to our terminal session and just wait a moment. Sorry, need to come back here first. So, zero charge. So we'll need to put some credit card details in here. Click subscribe. And we'll say no thanks to saving the card details. So now we should be able to go back to here and we can see it's skipped to the next step. So that's been registered successfully. So now we want to keep all of the data locally. We're going to set up messaging now. And we're going to do a spacebar on Telegram and hit enter to continue. You can obviously connect it to all these other systems, and you can also run the setup again later to connect it if you choose. Okay, so what we're going to do is do the automatic method. Actually, no, I'm going to do number 2. So what we're going to do now is open up the app that we downloaded and install that. And start messaging. So we'll tell it to log in just by using the phone. So if you open up the Telegram app on your phone, go to settings, devices, scan QR. Then you tap on add device, allow Telegram to use your camera, scan your QR code, and it's now added the device. So now what I can do is I can see here what my bot ID is. To do that, I just sent a message to this ID bot. So I'll show you how to do that from scratch actually. So we'll delete this chat. Okay. And we'll do a new message at ID bot. Click on start. And then if you hit the slash, the first option you'll see pop up is get ID. So that gives you your Telegram ID. Now, what you need here is your bot, Telegram bot token. So the first thing we need to do is create a Telegram bot. So we send a message to @botfather. Right click that to copy it. Switch back to Telegram. Then search for @botfather. Select that. Start. So this gives you a list of what you can do to create bots and how to edit them and manipulate them. The first option there is /newbot. Okay, so we need to give it a name. Now I'm going to call mine IT Homelab. Bot. You can call it anything you like here, as long as it's a unique name within your system. Now you need to give it a username. Now this needs to be unique in the world of Telegram. So I'm going to use IT Home Lab _ my demo _ bot. You can only use letters and underscores, I believe, in the name, and it does need to end in the word bot. You can see there from the instructions. So as long as that's unique, you'll get this message. If it's not, it'll tell you that it's already been used. You can just left click on here now, and that copies the bot token into your clipboard. Left click on here, right click to paste it and hit enter. And now you need to put in the IDs of who's going to be allowed to access it. So if you hit enter and leave it open to everyone, it means anybody can use your bot and potentially burn through your free AI credits. So what I'm going to do is go back to this ID bot, and I can left click here to copy the my own ID. And if you want to share this bot, you can. For my personal one, I shared it with my wife's Telegram account. So all you do is do a comma and then paste the second ID, third, fourth, fifth, however many you want to share it with. So once you've done that, hit enter. And for here, this option, we select enter again for yes. Now we want to install the gateway so that it starts up automatically on boot. So we'll hit enter for yes. And we want Hermes to be able to do things on their behalf, like updates and that sort of thing. So I'm going to, actually, I'll use the default. You can always go back and change it later. Okay, so now we will start the service. And we'll start the service as a background. Yes. Okay, and we'll do source /dot -rc. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now we can interact with this a couple of ways. Initially, we can do a Hermes chat. Which brings up this interface. It says it's using Claude Opus 4.6, which I don't believe. So what I will do is say, can you confirm what model you are running? Interesting. Okay. I'll come over to the Telegram bot now. And what I'm going to do is do a search here. And I'm going to search for the name that I gave the bot. So it was Homelab. If I've forgotten, I can come back here. I can go through this history and I can see that that's what I named my bot there. So I can copy that. Okay, so now I'm going to go at, and that brings up IT Homelab bot. Start the bot and say hello. You can see at the top here, it's typing, so it's thinking in the background. Okay, so we've got an issue with I believe it's going to be an issue with the agent. So what we might do is we will just exit out of here, like so. And we'll do Hermes setup. Okay, I'll go quick again. Interesting. It looks like it's failed the authentication. So we will copy this again. Paste it in here. I forgot to press connect before. Apologies. Okay. So it's telling me the account details, the subscription is free. Let's go. We may need to start the gateway now. So we'll go back here. We'll say use the step fund, which is the free one. Just enter through all of this again. Reconfigure, default is no. Restart the gateway, yes. You can see down here, this is a message from Telegram that the bot is restarting. Okay, let's try this again. So we'll come back here. We can delete these messages that have failed. And let's try this again. So it's typing. We've now been verified and we've selected a valid free model. And we have a response back. Hi, how can I help you today? So now you can do some really cool stuff. You can set up scheduled tasks to give you reminders to do some research for you overnight. You can link it to your bot, as you can see here. Now there is also a desktop view. So what I'm going to do is say, give me the details to access Hermes desktop. Set it up if it isn't running yet. So you can see I'm doing this on my laptop, but I could potentially be doing this on my mobile phone. So you can see here it's running through some steps in the background. Looks like the Hermes gateway service is already running. Okay. So let's make sure I give you the right thing. I'm referring to... No, I want the web user interface. Hermes desktop. Dashboard. Okay, so I used the wrong terminology. There is a Hermes desktop app that's only just been released. That runs really well. I've been running that on Windows, but I've been doing it connected to the same machine. So the downside of that is that obviously I'm running it on my everyday laptop, so it's going to be competing for resources, and it means that when the laptop shut down, then obviously I won't be able to access it. So you can see here it's running through quite a few steps. I'll just open the... Here we go. So it's actually set up the details for me. Now it's telling me to go to localhost. However, I don't have a web browser installed on my Hermes Agent because it's running on Ubuntu server. So what we'll do, go back to here. Okay, so let's say I am... Actually, let's just get the IP address. Well, you can see here too, it's doing some self-improvement and it's updating some memory. So this is where it remembers things that you can use moving forward. I'll get my IP address again and just see if I can connect. On port 9119. Okay, so it's saying connection is refused. Just make sure it's not HTTPS. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just copy that, come back into Telegram, and we'll say, trying to connect from remote machine as no web browser is installed on Hermes Ubuntu server. And I'll paste in the error message that I got. Okay. So what it's telling me here is I need to bind the dashboard. So first of all, let's try this option because this will be a permanent option. It means it can connect from outside. And because it's on my home network, not exposed to the internet, that should be fine. So it tells it that it's insecure. So let's go back to the server, paste that in and hit enter. It's already in use. Let's just copy that error. Okay, so it's stopped the dashboard for me. Retry the command. Okay. Now that's great. If I go up here, I should be able to access it. Not HTTPS though. There we go. So in here, you can go in, you can see your sessions that are running. So you can see that Telegram's connected. You can go in here. You can see what models you've got set up and switch between them. So I can go in here and select change. It'll give me a list of all the models and things that are connected. So I'm only on the Nous portal at the moment. And you can see this is a list of the models that are available, paid options through the Nous portal. This is the one that I've got chosen, which is a free one. There's also this Nemotron. I haven't tried that one as yet, but you can also come back to here and this will show you any cron jobs that you have set up. So we haven't set up any yet. Go into skills and there's a whole range of things. You can connect this to Spotify, set this up as your morning alarm, all sorts of things. So that's it for the installation and setup of Hermes Agent with a Telegram bot. So I hope you've found this video helpful, and if so, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.